All right, for today's lesson, I wanted to remind you, this is really all review. We have covered all of this material before, but I wanted to remind you before you do the other three of these problems. Each equation you'll be given either in standard or vertex form. You'll convert to the other form. Here you'll describe any transformations that come in this equation. This table is only to help you graph the equation on here. It's not for restricting your domain or range. It's just to kind of help you get the graph on here. And then these are non-real world examples, so there's going to be arrows on the end of the graph, so you got to remember that when we do our domain and range. So this equation is in vertex form, which means we can pull the vertex out. When it's in a parenthesis, it really means you're doing whatever's in the parenthesis equals 0, and when you solve it, you actually get the opposite number. So my x value of my vertex is -4, and my y value, I can either plug -4 back in, or if I look in my calculator, I've put the equation in. Over here, it's a little easier to see. Go to the table of values. When x is -4, my y value is 2. Well, it's right there. You can see it. Okay, so now I know my x and y values for my vertex. I can go on to graph that. Talking about converting it, really when it's in vertex form, remember you're just taking and you're writing it all the way out. X plus 4 times x plus 4 plus 2. And then you're going to use your order of operations and combining like terms to distribute and combine like terms, and you'll end up with this in standard form. The transformations, that's the one we really want to look at. Reflected, remember that means is there a negative out front? In this case, there is a negative. So that means, yes, it's reflected, which means it's going to open down. When you graph it, you should have a down opening graph. Stretch or shrink is just this number. Don't pay attention to the negative sign if there is one. If that value, the absolute value of it, is less than 1, it's a shrink. If the absolute value of that is greater than 1, it's a stretch. So in this case, it's 1/2, so it's less than 1, so it's going to be a shrink by 1/2. All right, your horizontal, remember horizontal is your left, right. It's really the x value of your vertex. What happened here? The x value of the vertex is -4. From the origin, -4 is left 4. And your vertical is your up and down. And that's the y value of your vertex, which in this case is 2. So that means you're going to go up 2. The rest of it is all in your notes. Email me if you have any questions. Finish the rest of this problem and the other 3 problems on this page. Take a picture, upload it. It's named Converting Transformations. It's named exactly the same as it is in the module, so just double check. Bye.